Hello, beautiful people. I'm back. It's been a couple of weeks, but I'm back with another video now. And I have good news. If you are looking for a wonderful respiratory support tea that is also good for boosting your immune system, look no further. On my website, which I will leave in the description, joycenteredwellness.com, joy with an I now have my shop, my online shop. And these right here are just little sample bags that I prepared for my family for tomorrow. This is my new respiratory support tea. Check that out. These are my little sample baggies. Got it in this little basket here. Isn't that cute? Yeah. And I also sell the little disposable drawstring tea bags to go with it. And that way you have something to put your loose leaf tea in. I also have spiritual products. One item I will be using tonight is actually the frankincense and myrrh incense combs. So I will be selling these. Well, I am selling these. These are in my shop as well. So I won't hold you long with what I have going on as far as new stuff. I will now light the incense just to get the vibe going a bit. This is what the cone looks like. And my plate is heavily used, but this is the back of the plate and it just kind of sits inside. You can tell that it's used. And one thing I like about the cones, I do have the stick incense as well. For all zodiac signs called Super Hit. Definitely check that out on my site too. But the thing about the cones, they burn clean down and you just pick up this little plate and toss it, no messes. That's what I love about the cones. But anyway, let's light this baby up. Setting the intentions to just raise our vibrations. You can set yours as long as it's positive. It is welcome here in this space. But my intention is to help you raise your vibrations and think more about taking care of yourself. Okay? Ways to take care of yourself. We're going to talk about self-care a little bit tonight, and maybe some other things may come up. Who knows? Cleansing your space and cleansing and protecting my space and protecting yours. Perfect. Now, I've had a couple of requests in the comments. I want to thank you. If you are new to my channel, a new subscriber, welcome. Thank you so much. I've seen the subscriptions slowly growing, and I love organic growth. I don't wish to have any promotions done because I feel like you buy bots and you buy views, and yeah, so when something happens too quick, it's just not real, right? So I am so grateful for the organic and steady growth that I'm getting simply by being consistent, and thankfully people like it. This is a wellness channel, so it will be about mind, body, soul, health, ASMR, and you might get some of my stories. You might get me promoting other people's items that I use for my business and for my lifestyle. You also may hear me talk about my products and my services, which you can check out at joycenteredwellness.com. Okay, so I've had a few requests in the comments, and I'm very, very grateful. And because of that reason, although I am not a certified hypnotist, I think that's what they call them, hypnotherapist. I am not a licensed hypnotherapist, but what I am is a certified herbalist and a certified Reiki master, also known as Reiki level 3. But I will attempt to use my soda light tonight to just give you something to look at and focus on while I talk to you. And hopefully this helps you to drift off eventually into a deep rest. You can focus right at the bottom of that soda light as it swings. And keep your eyes open, focusing on the bottom of that soda light. For those of you who don't know, soda light is good for many things. Crystals and herbs have multiple benefits to them. But one thing that I use the soda light crystal for is radiation protection. You can wear it as jewelry, which I do. You can carry a piece in your pocket. You can set a piece on your electronics. So yes, I like how it protects from radiation, also known as EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. I just wanted to give you a little pendulum action because it was requested. But now I'm actually going to put this baby down. Hope you enjoyed it. And relax. Okay. There's your pendulum action, okay? Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments if you did, especially if you're the one that requested it. Now, I will not make this too long. You know my style. I like to talk enough and send healing energy. Give you enough time to just relax and get into your body. Get in tune with what's going on in your body. First and foremost, let's take 3 cleansing breaths. Shall we? Ready? Inhale. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. That is always so comforting. So take periodic deep breaths as I speak to you this evening, and breathe into the parts of your body that have tension. Breathe into the parts of your body that have pain. Breathe into the parts of your body that is experiencing energetic blockages that you know of and that you know that you can actually feel some kind of way. For example, if my heart is aching from an emotional situation, also known as a heartbreak, sometimes I literally will feel a knot in my heart chakra. It's not a pleasant feeling. And the only way I can get that feeling out is if I cry. And as an adult, a busy life, sometimes my life is really busy that I literally have to wait to cry. Sometimes I have to set a cry appointment with myself because, you know, at times, from time to time, things happen in life. No matter how high vibrational you are, you will be tested. And sometimes those tests, especially when it's something like detaching from something or someone that you love for your own growth, sometimes detaching can hurt because you don't really want to do that when you love something or someone. But if it's for your highest good, you have to. And that type of heartache hurts. It creates a block. I can literally feel a blockage whenever that happens. And so I cannot do anything but allow myself to feel that emotion and then release it with crying, with if a therapist is available, right? Because I do say, hey, get therapy when you need it. But also, I love talking to elders or people that have already achieved what I am still striving to accomplish. People who are already at the level where I'm trying to get to. And sometimes I talk to them for unbiased or professional or some kind of advice like that, right? So yeah, I encourage you to do the same. Not just a friend to relate and dump on, like dump all of your stuff on, because that's really not fair, especially when, you know, if you do that a lot, right? Now, we all have to vent from time to time, and I'm going to get back to the breathing in a minute. But I'm trying to let you think about certain things that we go through in life as to the reason why I'm asking you to locate that in your body and breathe through it. Sometimes these things happen no matter how high vibrational you want to be. The law of polarity, without judgment, but with the lack of better words, good and evil, bad and good, or better words, negative and positive, exist in the same world on this realm. And there are going to be waves. There are going to be times where you're high. There are going to be times when you're low. So the best thing to do is stay centered. When times get low, be centered enough to realize it's going to pass. And just do your inner work and learn the lessons you're supposed to learn, right? In the times that they're really high, enjoy it, embrace it. But just know that it's good to stay centered, okay? Balance. So, with that said, going back to the breathing, locate any blockages, energetic blockages you may feel in your body. You may feel it in your third eye or your brow chakra or your first eye, as I like to call it. Anywhere. If you feel tension in your arms, if you have anxiety, or if you're feeling depressed, or just anything, breathe into that right now. One last deep breath for that last release for now. Allow your body to relax, okay? Breathe into your muscles now, scanning your body, starting from your crown and working your way down slowly, slowly relaxing the forehead, your cheeks, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your arms, fingertips, and slowly all the way down, you scan your body. Go all the way down the legs, all the way to the bottom of your feet, and allow your body to relax. Tell it to relax, and it will. Now I want to give you some things to think about. Your mind is so powerful. You know, we all have a higher mind that if we submit to it, it filters all of the divine intelligence, all of the wisdom that we need to our awake mind, or our conscious mind, the one that talks all the time and tells us lies about people and ourselves sometimes. That self-chatter. That self-chatter is not always true, and that's the chatter that we should not identify with, because sometimes we can make up stories in our head about other people that's not true. Called assumptions also. And we can also criticize ourselves way too much and be critical of others. So it's not good to always identify with the conscious mind, but the superconscious mind, your higher mind, is the one that we should submit to, because it gets downloads straight from source, Most High, creator of all creations, the divine, whatever you want to call it, if you call it anything. And when we submit to our higher mind, it can filter down into our conscious mind. And then from our conscious mind, submitting to our higher mind, we can then cancel the thoughts that are so automatic and repetitive and negative, and consciously and intentionally plant seeds that we actually want to see sprout into our subconscious mind. Because the subconscious mind creates and runs everything in the background, and if it only has negative seeds in it, it's going to keep on bringing the same pattern like negative experiences, right? So a way to stop that from happening is intentionally dig up those roots or cut those cords. I should have brought my scissors. But you can also cut cords with a crystal. I like to use the selenite wand. But you can cut those cords and you can plant the seeds that you actually want. So for example, if you have a pattern of, let's say, attracting lovers into your life, this is just an example. Let's say attracting lovers into your life who cheat, right? Now, I don't really have that issue. I'm just saying this is an example. Because I don't want to get too personal into my own life, because I feel like I do that enough. So I don't personally have this issue. But if you attract partners who cheat a lot, right, there may be an issue of insecurity within yourself. And what you can do is do inner work. Look in that mirror every day and say, I am beautiful. I am deserving of the best treatment. I am worthy of the best treatment. Do that work every day until you believe it, because at first you won't believe it. I didn't used to think I was beautiful, but now you can't tell me that I'm not. You know? So, I mean, it works. Like when I first did my work, I did not believe it. I was just saying it. And then one day, about a month or so later, I'm like, wow, I really am beautiful. So you have to do that inner work, and sometimes you got to go deeper than affirmations. Sometimes you may need therapy. You may need to see what happened, reflect on what happened, or just buy a book that has exercises in it to help you address certain things from your childhood. If you don't want to talk to a therapist, that will actually do wonders for you as well. I think I've done so many different types of healing exercises, including book work. I started with book work and moved to mirror work and then moved to therapy. And so I know certain exercises, and I'm definitely here to share the tools that helped me to grow to where I am. And guess what? I'm continuously growing and evolving. And you know, we make mistakes sometimes, we slip up sometimes, we have a human moment at times. But as long as it's not often, then you're doing a good job, and you should give yourself credit for that. All right, so let me tell you some things that I like to do for self-care. Self-care. You know, I was away for a couple of weeks intentionally, and here's why. I had to do some healing work and raise my vibration back up so that I can be in a good and healthy space in order to serve you from my overflow. And that high vibration and happiness and peace that I feel right now came right here from inside of me. I didn't get it from anyone else. I had to make some choices, some decisions, some very hard ones. But guess what? After a few days, it's like a sugar high. After you go without having sugar, if you've ever been addicted to sugar or just sweets, you like sweets. Let's say you're setting a goal to go a month without them. The first 4 days are so hard. I mean, oh my gosh, you're like, oh my God, I want something sweet so bad. And it actually affects your mood. You feel sad. You can go and look this up. You feel sad and everything. But then after the fourth day, you go from crying the first and second day, and maybe the third day off and on crying. The fourth day, you're kind of like, well, I still don't feel great, but I'm here. The fifth day, you might actually get a smile out of you. And that time gives you that, it allows you to feel, right? Those first few days, you're feeling things, right? But then you're able to move past it now, and you're able to say, well, let me do something that makes me feel good. You know, I've felt this long enough. I've cried it out long enough. Now let me do something that makes me feel happy. So some things that I do that make me feel really happy. I took me a nice, luxurious bath that I prepared for myself. I had my salt lamp, I had my diffuser, I had my candles, I had my crystals, and I had my bath salt and my herbs and honey and a glass of tea, baby. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I felt I was playing my Reiki music, and wow, it was a ritual. And I spoke over that flame, and I spoke over my water to raise my vibrations, to release whatever was bothering me and holding me down vibrationally, and to raise my vibration and give me peace. And that was my intention, that I replaced what I let go with. I replaced what I let go with my intention of peace and raising my vibrations and happiness. And you know, I felt so much lighter when I got out of that bathtub. And I'm a tea drinker. I drink tea daily, so a glass of tea raises my vibrations anyway. But all of the added stuff that I added, oh, it was amazing. And I did a video on St. John's wort on my regular Joy Centered Wellness channel. Of course, this is the Joy Centered Wellness ASMR. But I did a video on St. John's wort and how it also helps boost the mood, along with vitamin D, D3, the supplement, as well as sunlight. So I was getting those minerals in as well. And what else did I do? I danced a lot around the house. You have to make yourself feel good. And dancing and being in touch and in tune with my femininity, and dancing and moving around the house in my feminine way, it really, really helped raise my vibrations. And what else did I do? Singing. I'm a singer anyway, so whether you can sing or not, find some music that you love if you're a music lover and sing it out. And not just something that you can relate to, that's going to keep you in your pain. Find something that helps you bring you out of that. You know, sing something that makes you feel happy. And you can watch a comedy, something that's going to make you laugh. You can hang out with friends and family. We are social beings. So when you feel up to it, hang out with a friend or a family member or a small group, you know, of people that you know and love. And you don't have to talk about anything that you went through. Just hang out. Or have a nice little phone conversation about anything, you know. With a friend, meet new people. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that you can do. Burn some incense, meditate, chill. Only you know what works for you. But self-care is so important when it comes to raising your vibrations, and when it comes to maintaining a good vibration, and when it comes to having to lift yourself back up after you experience one of those lows. That's inevitable. It's going to happen in life. I mean, we're all tested, especially when you're growing. You're going to be tested. Even when you're not growing, you're going to be tested with a purpose. The universe is telling you, look, I want you to grow, doggone it. When are you going to catch on? So definitely catch on. These tests are not easy. This realm, I look at this realm as a school. And in school, you know, you're going to get tested. So might as well just stay consistent in your growth and stay true to yourself and listen to your spirit. We have a spirit for a reason. It's not just to say that you have a spirit. Your spirit speaks to you. And when your spirit says no, listen. People won't understand why you say no, but you know that your spirit said no. And if you have to go and get a reading and get confirmation, or whatever you have to do, or let's say you're religious and you talk to a prophet, whatever you have to do to get confirmation, if confirmation is what you need. Okay? But either way, listen to your spirit. It will never lead you wrong. And it's not always easy to listen to your spirit, especially when you have attachments. But if you don't, you will regret it. I learned that when I was younger. So now, even when it hurts, I listen to my spirit, and I know that it's for my highest good, and more doors open for me and more synchronicities happen for me whenever I listen to my spirit. So I encourage you to do the same. Now, with that said, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you got some self-care tips, and I hope that I was able to encourage you in some kind of way. And now I am sending you some very brief but effective healing energy. As you breathe deeply, I request that you just relax, relax, Y'all have a good night. Sending love and peace, and thank you so much for stopping by to spend time